What's up, y'all? Happy Saturday, and welcome to a new episode of the Entertainment Plug. I am your boy J Rock. Listen, I started on time today. Y'all got to be proud of me. Y'all have to be really, really proud of me because Saturday mornings, I'm usually, for as early as it is, I'm usually running. I usually have a lot of things going on. I know the show is coming, and I'm usually running around like, okay, show it 10, show it 10. I got this stuff going on, and then it's like 9:58, and I'm like, shit, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. And usually I don't start until probably about, I don't know, 10 after 10. So listen, y'all got me. We are on time. We got an amazing show today. We actually have a jam-packed show today because we have two guests coming on today. So our first guest, listen, she I'm not even gonna put the quotations of like she is family. You guys know that everybody pretty much that I bring on the show because of how careful and meticulous and how intentional I am about people that I bring on the show. Everybody's family. So she is family. I'm really, really excited to have her on the show. I feel like I've been trying to get her for a little bit of time, and the holidays came up and there was so much stuff going on, and we said, okay, top of the year, we're going to kick it off. She is my first guest for 2025, and let me tell you about 2025. 2025 is the season of manifestation. I feel like I've been manifesting for a long time, and just with my dreams and passions and goals. And listen, y'all know my life story, so y'all know I have walked away from a job, a good job, to really push this passion and to build my own, I'll say, empire. So, to do everything that I felt like I wanted to do with media, and I've spent so much time, obviously working with other people, and it's so good to collaborate and really work with other people and work with like-minded individuals and people who you can help and then they can help you. But I got to a point where it was just like, I got to do this kind of on my own and really build what I want to, what I want to have and be able to do it the way that I want to do it. So yeah, it's so much more that I could say, but we got to get going with this show. And y'all know I can talk. So my first guest today, again, she is family. She has been here on the platform before. Probably about a year ago was the first time that she came on the platform. And she was like on the heels of the release of her last project. That project has done so well. The single that really stood out on that album for me was Let Me Be. And I know every time I talk to her, because I've talked to her a few times since then, and every time I talk to her, I'm always singing her praises about that song. But it's also a really, really dope track on that album with Q Parker too. And it's like as soon as that song comes in, like you hear 112, like you really, really hear that song, and I'm like, yeah, that's good. And it's really cool to even, just to go back and listen to that project. But I'm excited to have Beth on the show today. In so many ways, she has supported what I want to do. It's because of people like her that I'm able to be here and to, be able to do this type of stuff. So it's really, really exciting to bring her on. And again, for her to be the first guest of 2025. So I want you guys to help me welcome in Beth. How are you?
Good morning and happy new year, and thank you for being my first interview of 2025.
Oh,
So yeah.
okay, so that's when you feel like you're doing something. That's when you
Yeah.
feel like you're doing something. I appreciate you
Yeah,
so much.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Um, I love this. I love this business. I love this industry. It's like passion. So like I love, number one, I just love talking. So I know everybody gets that.
I do too.
I talk all day long, but it's exciting to be able to do what you love and to be able to connect with people who you love, especially in the music industry, and
Mhm.
listen to the music. And Let Me Be is I know I talk about this song every time that I talk to you, but
But thank you. Thank
it's
you.
just it's an amazing song. It was an amazing album. It's so much to listen to there. And then I've just seen over the last year how busy you've been because of this project. So, like, how are you feeling now into the new year? Kind of in a, I guess, in a place of relaxation because you've been able to take some time off and, really kind of look back at that project. Like, how does it feel to be where you are?
Mm, well, first of all, I knew every year I know that I'm going to be working, um, and I'm thankful for that. But I had no idea the changes that my work was going to be, which was me opening these shows that I was doing, and that's been wonderful. It's been something that I wanted to do, and then the next thing I know, I'm in it, and I'm like, "Whoa, how did this happen?"
Yeah.
So a lot of times you sow seeds and you have conversations with people, and then they just kind of manifest, because you were mentioning that you felt like you had been manifesting where you are now.
Yeah.
So for me, um, it's been a roller coaster ride. I had talked to Kim maybe a year or two, maybe 2 years ago, about me opening shows for him. So for it to have manifested this year, and it started late last year, and then me opening the shows, select shows for Genuine, that kind of started. And I'm saying last year as if we're still in 2024, but the conversation so let me go back. The conversation for me opening shows with Kim was prior to my album coming out, Let Me Get to Know Me. So that album came out in 2022. So I was talking to Kim in 2021 about some things that I wanted to do in the future, and they manifested, and I'm grateful that I was able to do that with him. And then meeting Genuine the end of 2023, and he opened a show in Detroit, and that turned into all of 2024 select dates, me doing that, which also allowed me to meet your other guest on the show today, because we did a show together with Genuine.
Yeah.
So the whole year has just been it's been a roller coaster. My mother passed in September, so that was kind of a dip in that, and I was still working a lot around her passing and trying to plan her memorial. So that was a science project,
Well,
trying
I
to
was
just
gonna
find a
say,
day
like,
off. I didn't even have a day off to do her service. I was just like, oh my God. So I end up, my mother passed in September. I end up doing her memorial in October.
yeah,
I didn't, just trying to find a day off, coordinating, getting everything together. I'm doing all of the things that my mother would want me to do. So to keep her honor and legacy alive, to honor her rather, and keep her legacy alive, I'm continuing to work and do those things that we had talked about when I was a little girl that I wanted to do, and that she had seen me work hard to do. And then I think, getting away on a vacation was something much needed, because, I'm still in a grieving place. Don't know quite how to, because people are asking me how I'm doing. I don't quite know how to grieve. So I'm just kind of going on,
that was kind of my next question because I mean, I just think of the relationship that I have with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I say, like, my mother and I, like we FaceTime all day.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would think she was like a bestie or something like that, which in
Well,
reality
she is,
she
yeah.
is.
And what would you do
And
without her?
absolutely. So, like, to be in that position, and
You can't
then
even imagine.
I can't, like, I think back to my divorce, where, like, at the end of the day, we ain't want to be together no more. But
But
I mean,
still.
that's the reality of it. But
Mhm.
going through it and just feeling like, I told somebody yesterday, and mind you, I've been divorced now for like 5 to 6 years. And I
Mhm.
was like, it still be on my mind. And I talked to somebody yesterday, and I was like, I likened it to waiting to exhale, when she's like, it's me. Like, me. Like, this is me. Um, it was hard. Like, I had to stop doing media because, like,
Well,
I
it's
was
a death. Some people say
crying on
divorce
the
is like a death. It's a type
air.
of separation, putting something to rest.
Yeah.
Finally, it's that type of thing. Yeah.
It's just like, how do you balance what you're doing with that? And
I don't know. I just do. And to best way to answer the question, I just do. I'm not a
yeah,
quitter. You
yeah,
know,
I
I'm a
get
fighter. I push through. I don't know. I often talk to my husband some days and I'm going, oh my God, I don't even understand how I'm handling this. But one of the biggest joys of my life is being able to sing and the opportunity to sing, to travel. So, you know, my mother passing or anybody passing in your life, that's a life cycle. And those are one of those things, unfortunately, we all have to deal with. You know, my wish was that my mother would never have to bury me,
right.
you know, and I know that her passing is a natural thing, right? Even though it hurts. But I have my music, and my music has been very, excuse me, therapeutic to me, for me. And I've been just taking a little time to try as best as I can to process what's happening. And my husband and I were able to take a little time off, and we took some of her ashes with us on the trip and we scattered them in the Persian Gulf. And it was just absolutely beautiful. So that gave me a little closure. I came back home, did a couple shows with Kim to close out the year. And now I am just cleaning up my house because it's stuff everywhere. You know, I took
I
down
can
my
imagine.
Christmas decorations. I've been cleaning up. I've just kind of been taking notes. My manager and my A&R and my producer MD, we've had a meeting trying, forecasting what we want to do for this year.
Yeah,
And and I'm in a good space right now, as good as I could be,
right.
with not really being able to describe exactly how I feel, even if that doesn't even make sense. Like, I just don't know how I feel.
I think
um
it makes perfect sense. Like
yeah.
like in reality, like in real time, like you look very relaxed. Like you look like you have kind of had some time just to kind of be.
Well, you know how they say fake it till you make it, because I don't feel none of that what you talking about. But you get your good little contour highlight, put a little powder on your face, and then you push through. I mean, I can't. I honestly thank you for telling me that I look okay, because that's half the battle. You don't want to ever look
Yeah,
like what you've been through. So
absolutely,
let's start
absolutely,
there, right?
absolutely,
If
absolutely.
I would have come on the show today and said, they'd be like, wait, you want to reschedule? So,
Yeah, exactly. Well,
so
I
for the most part, for the most part, I know that that I'm okay. I'm just working through a season of my life, and
absolutely.
I'm okay with that.
I love, like, one of my things with one of my things just with doing media and doing my podcast and doing the radio shows and everything is I really wanted, like, I like to be able to show, obviously people that you can do what you want to do and you can create your own way and create your own path. But even with, what I'm doing in radio and this type of thing, like, I've wanted to be able to show people how you can really inject it into your daily life,
Hmm.
fit your life and the things that happen around you into what it is that you're doing. So,
Hmm.
like, even, those who have kids and the kids may be running around in the background and it's like, okay, I'm doing an interview. Us being able to see you sitting in your kitchen and it just looks like inviting and homely. And
Got my little tea.
I love that. But I appreciate you for that because it really accentuates what it is that I'm trying to push with my network
Well,
and
thank you.
that I'm doing. Um, Speaking of, well, first of all, you mentioned cleaning up in your Christmas decorations. Is that tree down already?
What? First of all, the tree doesn't go up. Let me start there.
Oh my God, why?
Because so I put up decorations around my front door.
Okay,
I had two little trees, I had a wreath on my door, and I had the garland around the front door.
okay.
December 26th.
Why?
Well, no, for me this year it was December 27th.
I was
Christmas
gonna say, don't tell me
is
December 24th.
well, no, I let it stay up till Christmas. because my neighbors around here, they got real pretty lights up, and I was kind of shamed this year. I'm gonna tell you something. I wasn't gonna put nothing up, and then I was, I was like, okay, I don't have one, nothing but my porch lights on. I was like, I could put something, so I put something up, and then I put 3 Christmas towels in my kitchen.
Okay.
I hung them on my oven, and I put them in the bathroom, and that was it. And I'm telling you, after Christmas, I was snatching that stuff down because Christmas is gone, and I believe in moving ahead.
Right.
And with the schedule that I have, or changes that could happen, or just how I even may feel, I didn't want to wait. It'd be June, and I'm trying to, so I was like, let me just take them down, put them up. Now, the rest of the house, I'm just doing an overhaul of cleaning, organizing, and just getting some things in order. It's all good. I think it's a healthy thing to do, to purge, clean out the house.
Yeah, I definitely think it is. I'm not gonna say, I won't say I've been successful with that. So as I sit here and look at my tree, I'm not successful with that. So
look, in January, it's all good.
Don't do it. Okay, so
I'm just saying.
The goal is to get that down today. So it is gonna go. But yeah. I'm always like, I love the holiday. Like, I love the holiday season. I love the Christmas spirit. My tree, honestly, I put it up before Thanksgiving. So like, I'm usually ready to get this tree up. And so I don't know. Call me crazy. I know.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It everybody to each his own. There are some people that never take their tree down, and that's okay.
Oh, no, we don't do that. We don't.
I know, but everybody's different.
Yeah, because my grandmother left her lights, like she kept lights on the porch and that sort of thing, and she left them up all year round.
Yeah, so, but she just plugged them in during Christmas.
Yeah. So yeah.
And I understand that everybody's different. It's just me. I like to move on to the next thing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So now you spoke of, obviously you have been opening shows for Kim.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many amazing people that you have been doing shows with, just people that you work with in general. We've had Marcus Divine here on the show. Obviously you've done some touring with Genuine. I've been trying to get to Detroit just to see you do a show. And I kept saying, I'm coming, I'm gonna come.
Well, stay tuned.
Listen, I am. And the crazy thing is, ended up down there in Detroit maybe 2 months ago.
Okay.
I think I just hit a period where I was just like, oh, I gotta do something and get away. And I don't know, like 8 o'clock one night, I'm going to Detroit.
Of all places, what you coming for?
Because I was just like, I kind of want to go to the casino.
Okay.
So I hopped in the car, drove to Detroit, music blasting all the way through.
That's how you do it.
Like, I was good, got me a little hotel, chilled, did what I wanted to do, was there until like maybe 12, 1 o'clock the next day. And I'm like, all right, it's time to go home. But
did you enjoy yourself? Did you enjoy your time?
Did. It was just
good.
Like the simplest things, like just make me happy. So it was cool.
Okay, good.
Kind of
welcome and bye, because you did all that real good.
But yeah, you speak of, obviously these amazing people who you have been doing, touring with and doing music, like music with, like how has it been for you just to see the trajectory, that really has taken place, even since you released your project in September of 2022, and to move forward and be doing all of these shows with Kim and Genuine and just kind of all over the place.
It's surreal because these are things that I've wanted to do, and I try not to get caught up in actually what's happening so that I can stay focused, because you can get real excited and then fall off.
Yeah, so we see it.
Yeah, and I've tried to or I've learned to be patient and to trust the process of the things that I'm doing. Everything that you're doing, is not going to last forever. And everything that you're doing is not necessarily going to change your life, but it may teach you something. So I'm
Absolutely.
learning that as well. I'm learning to learn along the way and learn the process. Like, you know, I've always wanted to be on huge stages as a solo artist. So then you get on the huge stage and you're like, oh my God, I'm on the stage. And then you have to, you know, you have to trust yourself to handle it, to do all of that. So I've learned to trust myself more, to trust my instincts more, because you're on this stage by yourself and things could be happening and you've got to pivot in the middle of the show, in the middle of the song, and not, you know, lose your focus. So I think one of the biggest things I've learned is to trust myself and to trust my instincts and to just to keep going and to be open for new experiences and new places and new people. Like it's just been, it's actually been great because I've met a lot of people. My fan base has grown tremendously this past year, just looking at my social media numbers of the people that I've met organically and the fans. And it's really been great. It's everything that I've been wanting to do and more. And I believe it's just starting, you know, to go where I want it to go.
I just think that, first and foremost, when you're following your passion and doing what you love, like, I just feel like there's no other choice but for you to be successful with it and for you to make the type of impact that you're making. I also believe that when you treat people right and you do right by people, like, I think that all of that glory and that grace and, like, I think all of that comes to you, and it really helps to build and accentuate what it is that, you know, you have to bring to the table. And I think that people really like that.
Thank you for saying that, because that I want you to say that again for the people in the back.
Absolutely. Like, people, you have to treat people right. You gotta treat people right. And there's so many people out here who don't. They fake it till they make it. Like, you know, like, they fake it till they make it, and they don't treat people right. And when I tell you karma comes back, like, it comes back, and people don't realize it. The people in the back don't understand, but it happens. I think it's beautiful the way you treat people. Like,
oh, thank you.
To the media or, you know, the press, and having these conversations and doing these interviews and whatnot. Like, at the end of the day, it's part of the job.
Yes, but I understand the importance of everybody working together, right?
Yes.
You know, your platform is building. My platform is building. How do we build together? You know, and I've always said that the people that showed me love and allowed me to be interviewed on their platforms when I first started out, and I mean, I'm still starting out because there's millions of people who have no idea who I am, and I understand that. But for the people that do know and have been following me or have now connected with me at the level that I'm at now and have shown me love, I've always said, y'all my day ones. Y'all call me for an interview, I'm coming back.
Yes.
Because there's some people that can't get an interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't take any of this for granted. I don't feel like anybody owes me anything. None of that. That's why I say I'm happy to be here. This is my first interview of 2025. It's people sitting around trying to figure out how to get an interview and wondering why they didn't get none in 2024. We done moved on to another year. You see what I'm saying? So I'm appreciative of everything that I'm able to do. So it's a learning process, and it's a process in learning how to character building as well.
Right.
Because your career, you know, my career, wherever it's going to go, however high it's going to go, there's always going to be a starting point.
Absolutely.
You know, and some of the people that you met and y'all was all upset, they're going to go shoot past you. Some you never see again. Like, it's all kind. You know what I'm saying? You like, honey.
Yeah.
I never thought.
You know, being on the independent side of media, so, like, I honestly liken it to being an artist, you know, like yourself. It's, you know, you're really trying to get yourself out there, and it's hard. It's definitely work. It's hard. So I think that goes into why I appreciate you and so many others like you.
Thank you.
And, you know, again, shout out to Ron, because Ron was in the chat, and I'm so grateful. Like, I'm so grateful.
He's awesome, isn't he?
Absolutely. And sometimes I send random messages to people and to publicists and to managers, and I'm just like, thank you,
Mm-hmm.
because how else am I going to do this? Without their support and without their buy-in and without them seeing what it is that I'm trying to do. And like I'm just grateful, and that's how I have led really my entire career.
Mm.
I know that that's why I've been successful, but then I turn that around to you, and we see how gracious you are, how grateful you are, how you treat other people, and I know that that resonates to why you are so successful and why
Well, thank
you
you.
are. Like
Thank you.
like your mom, like I already know that your mom was proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause mom, that's moms, but
Yeah, yeah.
for what it is that you're doing, like, would you say that you've even surpassed like kind of like your imagination and what you thought it would be?
Um, no, I haven't. Where my imagination is, I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
And it's not that I'm not grateful for it. And I want to be real clear. It's not because I'm not grateful for where I am.
I get it.
But what I see is so big to where I'm on my way there.
You sound like me. I'm like, oh, it's coming. Like this year, and like even me saying that, this is the year of manifestation. Like I
Mm-hmm.
am a firm believer that you get what you ask for.
Mm-hmm. And I be asking too.
And I sure do. And if you don't ask, that's why you didn't get it, because
And
you didn't
sometimes asking doesn't necessarily mean asking God.
ask.
Sometimes you got to ask yourself, are you willing
Absolutely.
to put in the work to do the job?
Absolutely.
Because you'll be like,
Absolutely.
oh, Lord, help. No, no, no. Beth, do you want to do this? Because if you do, this is what you're going to have to do. So, you got to ask yourself. So I ask myself periodically, often, no, how about this? Every day, ma'am, get up and do you want to do this? And then I get up. So let's be truthful. Every
Yeah.
day I'm like, oh Lord, I want to stay in bed. But no, I have to get up and do. So I have to ask myself, you have to really, I think in order to get where you want to get, you have to really have a connection with yourself. And I work on that daily. Sometimes my connection is off. Sometimes my connection is
Yeah.
on. It just,
No,
I saw my manager in here. He got to tell me stuff like 10 times because I'll be off most of the time. He knows. Hey, Courtney, shout out to my manager,
I was
Courtney
just getting
Benjamin.
ready to say. I was just gonna say shout out to the rest of the people here in the chat too. Thank
Yes.
you so much for the comments. Thank you so much for popping in. Listen, I love Beth. I'm always grateful to her for coming on the platform.
Thank you. I appreciate you too.
Um, you're absolutely right. Like sometimes you have to ask yourself, like,
Mm-hmm.
is this what you really want? And
Mm-hmm.
for a fact, like, listen, I've been in this since 2001. So like I look at all of the things that I've been able to do in media, all the people I've been able to talk to, all the conversations that I've had, and it's just like, okay, so I want these people here on the platform. Why can I not have them? So like I got my letters together, I got all my stuff together, and I started January 1, sending stuff out to people and saying, hey, put me on your radar. We are here. This is what we're doing. This is our track record. This is what we got. Like, I'm trying to get so many people here on the platform because I know that I've created something that
Mm-hmm.
like people can really come into and make it's a safe space. So you're not gonna come in here and we take your words and turn it into this and try to make
Right.
a story there and make it. I don't want none of that. I don't want no parts of it, of that, which is why I do it for myself, because I know what it means, to get with the big conglomerates and with so many other people. Then you have to push a different agenda. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that also speaks to why I appreciate you so much, because it's hard getting people to come and
I
do
can
it.
imagine. This business has a lot of rejection, and you have to be okay with no. And know that sometimes it's not for you, and then sometimes it's just not the time. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are you manifesting for 2025?
What am I manifesting for 2025? Peace. I want my life to reflect peace and calmness. even through some, difficult times or some trying times, I still want to keep my peace. And I think that's imperative because you can function better when you have peace, when you have
Absolutely.
clarity, right? You
Absolutely.
can make decisions better.
Absolutely.
So I do want the peace. I am manifesting a single that is going to hit the charts again. So we're working on
I
that.
already know that's coming, but I didn't.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. The single, the visuals, everything to come with it. And I think I'm just manifesting Beth being the best Beth she can be and to give what she needs to give. And I think those three things, if I have the peace and if I can walk in my truth and walk in my excellence and walk in my greatness, then I can give what needs to be given to the people and to grow. And I think if I those three things, I mean, everything else can fall into place. Everything else will fall into place if I'm doing those three things and have those things.
Listen, you are speaking to the congregation because I'm receiving that. Like I am absolutely receiving that. Like peace within is like one of my biggest things, and that comes with removing some people from your circle or from your life, and just really getting things in place with yourself to where you can be at peace every day. And that's where I am. It don't matter
Yeah.
what's going on. Like I just want to be happy. I want to be at peace. Like I'm in a place right now where like my son is 18. He just finished his first
Wow.
he just finished his first semester at Cleveland State University. Did very well. Like shocked the hell out of me because he went to school for electrical engineering, and I'm like, where did that come from? But like he's
Right.
really really good. I'm just like I'm in a state of just feeling like superbly blessed, and I'm just grateful and happy to be able to do what it is that I want to do, and peace.
Well, soak that up.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
hold on to that, because then when the times get where you don't feel like that, you can pull back from that feeling because you've had it and it's real and it's tangible.
absolutely,
You can go
absolutely,
back there. If you've never felt joy and peace, you don't know where to pull it from sometimes when you need it.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. We got a question actually down at the bottom. That's why I left that up on the screen.
Okay.
She said, "Can you describe your sound to someone who has never experienced it?"
Ooh, my sound. So, what I strive for a sound is one that is unique, first of all. Unique, but gives you warm feelings of songs that you love, like stuff from the 90s, right? I love the 90s. I feel like my sound is a combination of the 90s, early 2000s. I feel like my sound, you're going to hear singers from that time. You're going to hear a little bit of Toni Braxton. You're going to hear a little bit of Anita. You're going to hear a little bit of Mariah Carey. You're going to hear a little bit of Whitney. You're going to hear all of that infused in one big warm ball of 90s music, telling stories, great melodies, things that you can hum with, sing along with. I would, that's what I would describe my music as. And then performed by someone who loves to sing and loves to smile at you all the time. So that's what you're going to get from me.
Now, I think that I have to say I concur with that. Like that when you say that, when you speak of that 90s feel, like I relate to the 90s probably how my parents related to the 70s and to the people of that time. Like when I tell you that my playlist, I probably have like who's really gonna listen to 2,000 songs on their playlist? But I probably got like 2,000 songs on my playlist, and probably 90% of them are from the 90s.
From the 90s. Yeah, the 90s was just warm. It was, it was fun. The music had some whimsicalness to it, but then it had some serious beats and melodies to it. It told stories. It gave you scenarios. It gave you problem solving. It would tell this entire story in the song. And then you had these amazing artists SWV, you had TLC, and then you had the Jodeci and H Town. Like you had all these boy bands and girl bands, and I just feel like I'm pulling from all of that in my music. And fortunate enough for me, I work with a producer who has worked with all of these artists from the 90s. So when I went to him and told him the feeling and the vibe that I wanted, you know, one of the first things I told him, I said, if Aaliyah was still alive, what would she give us right now?
Absolutely.
And that was what we took and ran with. I said, you know, and it sprinkled the Toni Braxton and the Whitney and the Mariah and the Anita, all that. But give me some Aaliyah, the vibe, but also give me the singing, give me the looks, you know, give me the fat, like all of that. So, you know, that's kind of like, I hope that answers Kat's question.
I think it definitely.
Yeah.
And she's shouting out my playlist now.
Oh, thank you. So if I'm on your playlist, I hope I am.
Yes, you are.
Then she may have heard me and didn't even know that she was listening to me, because it kind of fits right on into the, you know, the thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. She said, I appreciated the vocabulary to describe emotions from the 90s soulful, intelligent music.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking. Thank you. And now, I hope you like my music when you listen to it.
Now, what has been happening on the Motown front?
Motown has been working with the artists that won the competition last year.
Okay.
And so we are preparing now to do the next round of competition. So let me see, the submission process ends this month, if I'm not mistaken, within the next couple days. And then we'll be looking for contestants for the new competition. Yeah.
All right. So so we're looking ahead, new year, you know, most definitely new music is going to be coming. What other things or other projects are you working on right now that, you know, we can know of?
Well, I'm like, okay, what can I? So the one thing that I'm really proud about, I've written a children's book, and the book, so the book is already out, and the book has been out, and it's called I Am Beautiful Inside and Out. The summer before last, I met a lady named Mary Callahan Lynch, who happened to have been an operatic vocal teacher for the late, great Aretha Franklin. But she also has a company called the Motor City Lyric Opera. And we met, started talking. I got her my children's book, I Am Beautiful Inside and Out, which the basis is on anti-bullying. And she has taken my book and done an opera. I'm speechless because I saw them perform 4 songs from the opera in December.
It probably shocks a lot of people. It probably shocks people who are watching this, but
that's why I paused.
I love the opera. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's probably shocking to people, is that I love opera.
I like it too, and I was totally, you know, when she reached out to me, told me, she says, "Oh, I'm going to take your book. I'm going to do an adaptation, and I'm going to do an opera." And I'm like, okay. Like it just pure went over my head. When I went to go see it, I literally sat in the audience and I cried tears. I was like, oh, where's, like, it was because it was first of all, it was my book. Second, it was them performing my book live. It was bringing my book to life. So all of that to say, the Motor City Lyric Opera will be taking this live adaptation of my book on a tour.
Oh, wow.
Right. I believe in the fall. And they will be they'll be, you know, singing and promoting the anti-bullying message. So that's going to happen in the fall.
It's so needed. Like, that is so needed.
And I'm overwhelmed. I'm overjoyed. I can't wait to see the rest of it, because they did a short performance just to engage people so that they could see it. It was at a private event at the Detroit Athletic Club. It was absolutely beautiful. They asked me to sing, and I did. perform one of my Christmas songs, Christmas Lullaby. And it was just a beautiful evening. So I'm excited about that for in 2025. I also have a second children's book that has been written, but I didn't release it yet. So that will be coming out this year as well. You know, new single, more shows, things like that. So some stuff I can't talk about because I don't even know it's coming yet. But there are some things that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be doing some stuff. What I don't know, like yeah, it's
I
coming.
like that.
So, you know, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
I'm speaking optimistically now that there will be some other things. There are some show dates that I do already absolutely have on the calendar, but for the most part, you know, 2025, I am so open to growing and to receiving and to learning and to just doing some different things, meeting some new people, some new fans, some new supporters, all of those things. So yeah.
No, I think that's is really exciting. First and foremost, just writing a children's book, like we need that. We need. I love seeing people who release children's books. I
Mm-hmm.
talked to the young lady from 702. I don't know why her name is gone now, but she wrote a children's book.
Is it Notori?
No, that's
It's not her. Is that another group? Am I tearing
yeah,
it up?
that's another group. That
Uh-oh.
you're thinking Notori Naughton from Black, but
Okay. Throw that up. Sorry.
but yeah, either way, the lead singer from 702, she wrote a children's book a little bit over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And amazing book. You know, really centered around kids with autism. And
Mm.
just children's books and like it's good. Like we need that representation. Like our kids need to be able to get these books and see us or see them, you know, within these books. Like that is so awesome. And then for it to be, you know, adapted into the opera, like that's super amazing. And when I was saying that, people are probably shocked. Like I love the opera. Like I can't. I don't know how I ended up going to like
It's soothing and it's
I went,
comforting and
and
it's
it's just like
calming.
this is actually cool. Like I really like
It
it.
is.
No, I think that's super dope.
And what made it so amazing is in my book, it's insects, they're bugs that are telling the story because children relate very well to little beetles and butterflies and things like that.
Absolutely.
When they performed the opera, these people came out in the costumes. There was somebody dressed up like the insects, and you know,
Yeah,
and the main character is not to be vain, but Beth the butterfly, because the story is kind of about me.
yeah,
A girl comes out with a butterfly costume, and I'm just sitting there like, like this is me. So you know, for children to be able to see something like that, to tell them a story of right from wrong, how to handle conflict, because a lot of people, we see it in our adulthood, don't know how to handle conflict.
absolutely.
So you're teaching them young how to handle conflict, but then you're seeing the beautiful costumes, and then you're infusing music and telling the story. I mean, it's so very needed right now. So yeah, the opera is just a good way also to introduce children into something different.
No, I think it's great. It introduces them to something different. It allows them to see the arts.
Yes.
You know, I think that's why we continue to get so much amazing talent
Mm-hmm.
from a lot of young people who are coming into the industry because they've been able to see people like yourself coming up and to be
Well,
able to see
thank
what's
you.
really possible. And like what you do goes a long way. So like
Mm-hmm.
when people say it, sometimes it sounds like people are schmoozing and all that kind of stuff. But like I really love everything it is that you're doing. I think
Thank you.
like we need this. Shout out to Teresa Craggett Moore. If I'm
TT, that's
uh,
TT. Hi, TT. TT works with me. She's on my team, and
okay.
I appreciate her. She's amazing.
I appreciate everybody for popping in.
Yeah,
Love the support that you have from your team. Like
I
that,
appreciate it too.
it's
I'm very blessed. I am the sum of many parts.
yeah. It's just you don't always see it though. Like
Mm,
you don't always see it, and a lot of people have huge, massive teams, and they're not on the interviews or they're not in the comments when their person is doing interviews and stuff like
right.
that. I
Yeah.
think that's amazing. So shout out to everybody that's in here. Make sure you guys subscribe. Just do.
Yes.
But I appreciate you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you want to mention that you have not, spoken on yet?
Um, I want people to know, if you're not connected with me, then please do connect with me. I am on Instagram, Beth Always Sings. I'm on Facebook, Beth. Please connect with me. We're growing. I'm having a great time growing and connecting with people. And just, live, laugh, and love. Try to do those three things. It'll get you through the day.
Absolutely. And shout out to Rose Denise Edwards. She's down in there too.
Hi, Rose. Good morning. Shout out to everybody who's up early, because it's a Saturday morning. Like, this is the sleep in day. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
And people are up. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Now, listen, I appreciate you so much. I am looking for that show in Detroit. I'm coming. When I tell you.
Yeah, we might get a little something together.
I've just
We gonna do a little
together.
No,
I think that's dope. And like I said, the people that you are moving around here with, like this, like you are doing an amazing job. Kim, I remember I interviewed Kim for his first project, and just knowing like his story and his background, and to see where he is now 20 years later.
Huge. It's amazing. I watched it
it's
and
amazing.
And I've had a front row seat to watch it, and I'm like, wow, this is really amazing. And when you see an artist grow and develop like that right before your eyes, when it's tangible for you to see it, it's a confirmation that you can do it as well. It just takes time. It takes some work. It takes some navigating, but you can do it.
It's good to be able to see, and for people like me and just people on the outside to be able to see what it looks like again when you treat people right, and when you treat people, because everybody that you are moving around in your circle with has the same qualities, and they have the same attributes, and they're doing the same things, and they're treating people the same way, and they're grateful, they're appreciative, and like that goes so far. So thank you for everything it is that you're doing.
Thank you,
Ron. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to everybody that has been in this chat. I can't wait to get you back on. Listen, I feel like I've been in your kitchen, because this is the second time that you have been on the screen with me sitting in your kitchen. So I appreciate you for bringing that element to the podcast. And I look forward to you coming back on again. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Have an amazing new year. I know I'm going to be mixed in this year. But.
No, you're fine. I appreciate you having me this morning. And tell Denaron I said, hey.
I absolutely will. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Happy New Year to you.
You as well.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Listen, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I think that was an amazing interview. Definitely shout out to Beth. It's always dope to get her on the platform. I like having repeat guests. So, because I think it really speaks to, I'm going to just say it. I think it speaks to the quality of the programming and what it is that we're putting out here. And like I said to Beth, I want it to be a safe space. So I want people to know that they can come here, that we can talk to them, or they can talk to us, and it's not going to be nothing crazy. So I appreciate you guys, because absolutely I need you guys to be able to make this happen. I am going to be back. I'm going to pause out probably for about 5 minutes or so. We have a second guest coming in who's going to be with us at 11 o'clock, Denaron. So make sure that you guys are here. I'll be back on, and we will be talking with him about his new music, new single, and so much more. Thank you so much, Teresa. Thank you to everybody. Cat Queen, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Rose, thank you so much. I'm kind of going back through all the comments and trying to catch everybody, but thank you guys. Courtney, thank you guys so much for being here, and we're going to be back probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes with our next guest. What's up, y'all? We are back. It is time to get started with the second hour of the entertainment plug. First and foremost, hopefully you guys are tuned into the station. Of course, we are broadcasting. We have I got the auto DJ going right now. Let's see. Yeah, I got the auto DJ going right now. Mariah Carey, Bone Thugs and Harmony breakdown. That is playing right now on the station. You guys can download us on Apple Music, and we are on TuneIn. We are soon coming to Spotify, so you can check that out. Our podcasts are actually coming to Apple Podcasts very soon, so you guys will be able to get that as well. But make sure that you guys download the station, download UG Digital Radio again on TuneIn and on Apple Music. So right now we're heading into the second hour. Shout out to Beth. Once again, she was here on the first hour. If you guys missed that, of course, the stream will be going up. Or you actually probably can rewind it back now if you guys are on the website. If you missed that first hour. But again, shout out to Beth. Thank you to her for coming on to the platform. So our second guest, listen, hot new track out there called On My Way. Kind of been spinning that all morning, just getting a feel for it. Amazing artist. Comes by the way of someone who I love dearly in this industry, who keeps sending me the best of the best of the best of the talent. So I'm super, super excited, super happy. Been anticipating having our next guest on. I want you guys to help me to welcome, and I'm probably saying it wrong, so I know he's going to correct me when he gets up on here if it is wrong. I'm going to say Denaron.
Yo, yo,
Okay,
yo,
so
what's good?
I was like, oh, I'm fucking this up real bad, or whatever. And it's like every time I say it, I'm like, I feel like I'm saying it wrong or something like
Nah,
that.
nah, you actually got it right, man. Denaron, that's it.
Listen, man, how are you?
I'm good, man. How about yourself? Happy New Year's, happy holidays, all that good stuff.
Happy New Year. Listen, man. I had Beth Manley Griffith on the show first hour, so
Uh-huh.
we talked a whole lot about just manifesting, like manifesting what it is that you want. Being in a place where you can really enjoy your passion and do what you love. And I see that you're in that place of doing something that you really, really
Oh
love.
yeah.
How is that for you to be in this space of, obviously being able to write, record, perform your music, and the success that you're having?
Man, it feels good for one thing, man. And it's such a blessing to be in a space where I'm at. I feel good about me doing music passionately. When it comes to just writing, when it comes to getting a reaction from fans or just any random people to see how they react to my music. Shows as well, man. I love being on the stage more than the studio, but I still love the studio too, because I guess it's more fun when I can interact with people, shake hands, hugs, take pictures, and just move the crowd. So, but all that just being into manifestation, man, is such a blessing, and I smile about it every time I think about it.
Yeah. Um, Really, really dope song out or song on the way. So we're definitely going to talk a little bit about that. I know we have some people here in the comments who are just getting to know you. So kind of let everybody know who you are, how you got here, that sort of thing.
Man, so shout out to everybody that's tuning in with us, man. My name is Denaron, um, national recording artist, but also I do reside in Houston, Texas. I have uh,
Houston.
some R&B, yeah, Houston, definitely Houston. I have some R&B music out, man, that you guys definitely want to check out. So I'm not just a new artist; I've been doing it for quite some time.
Yeah.
But I go by the name Denaron. So I just been doing music ever since the age of I want to say 25, 26, somewhere up in there, and taking it serious around 30. But I started off, my mom and dad kept pushing me to sing and stuff like that, and and then I started off at a funeral, man, at a funeral reception, and they was just like, man, go ahead and sing Sadie, the song that they love for you to sing. So I ended up singing like around the age of 13, 12 or 13, man. And I always just singing to the ladies, singing in high school, singing in middle school, doing the talent shows and stuff, getting on the phone with the females, asking them how they like this song, what you think about this, and just singing at different people's requests and stuff like that, man. So it kind of just built up to me doing my own music and stuff like that the more I got older and start, taking it more serious and opening up for different artists from Dwelle to, now Genuine and everybody else, man. So, but yeah, everybody in between, man, from Music Soul Child. So it's been pretty cool, man, just being outside of the city, from Florida all the way up to California and New York.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. So allow me to introduce myself to everybody that's tuning in, man. I go by Denaron, the R&B gentleman, man. So I do have an album dropping pretty soon, but you got it, man.
No, I think it's cool. It it's really important to make sure that you're around the right people and that you have the right people in your circle. And you mentioned definitely working with Genuine and obviously
Mm,
so many other people who you are working with, but you're in good company of people who are successful in this industry just because of obviously the way they treat people, um,
absolutely.
and just the type of quality work that they're doing. So salute to you for that.
Thank you.
um, I've had a chance to check some things out, and like this industry, like it's really coming around. Like we're getting a lot of amazing talent, and then you come from Houston. That's like Beyonceville. So
Yeah,
like
yeah, man. Yeah, yeah,
like what is
Beyonce.
it like? What like how is it coming from Houston and getting into this industry? Like has it been difficult for you to really, I guess, gain your footing and
Yeah, to a certain extent, because R&B as a whole, it has its ups and downs. It's been having its ups and downs. When they saying R&B is dead or something like that, it's still alive. Then you have you go from tapes and CDs to just streaming. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? You go
yeah,
from people from labels signing just random talents till you actually have to do everything on your own until you get signed. So it's a roller coaster. But at the same time, coming out of Houston, it's not as bad, man. But I've always felt that you have to leave your city in order to get the right exposure that you do want or that you do need. So that's the angle that I've been going lately. Just definitely getting out of the city. I love my city to death. But it's so big here, but yet it's so
yeah,
small because I feel like I just know so many people already,
yeah.
or at
I
least
mean,
know of.
but that's a good thing though. That's I mean
It
that's
is.
I think it's definitely developed you, to be one of the stronger artists early on, in your career.
Mhm. Oh yeah, oh yeah, and it's weird because I get so much love now from the city once they see what I've been doing outside the city. I've been doing this the whole time with you guys. I just have to go somewhere else and do it. But
It's a weird
it's a
thing
it's
like that though. Like that's a
definitely
weird thing because I mean, like even I'm in Cleveland, so
okay.
even being here and seeing a lot of the local talent and whatnot, a lot of them don't really hit that mark until they have left the city and they're doing things elsewhere. And then it's like the people in the city see what they're doing, and then when they come home, it's like, yeah, he from here, he from
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like that everywhere. It's not just Houston, man. It's like that everywhere. I think that's
yeah,
just more of a humanity type of
yeah,
thing from the
yeah, yeah,
from people. You people don't love you. People don't like you until they see everybody else love you. You know what
absolutely,
I'm saying? And so it's definitely a big following game. Unfortunately, that's just how it is.
yeah,
But as an artist, I'm not saying I have to play the game, but I do understand that that comes with the territory of being in the
absolutely,
music industry. So you have to
absolutely.
accept it. Hmm.
It's good to I think it really shapes you and it grounds you as well. Being able to see how the industry really works and be able to take that in and
Absolutely.
build your career around that. Because that
Absolutely.
breaks a lot of artists. When they don't necessarily have that success, at home early on.
Right.
It works a lot of artists. But the fact that you kept going and you took it somewhere else and then brought it back home, like I think that's dope.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And it's just consistent. Got to definitely being consistent and just being patient. and just it's just a grind, man, that you have to be patient with. But as long as you stay consistent, you know
Absolutely,
what I'm saying, it'll definitely pay off. And people see you no matter if they hit the like button or not. They know what you're doing. They see you.
absolutely,
Oh yeah.
absolutely. And consistency. That's like the golden nugget of the day. For
What?
people
Oh yeah, absolutely,
watching.
man. No matter what kind of work, no matter what kind of field you in, man, consistency is key.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this single on my way. Talk about the song.
Man, on my way. It's written by me and a big homie, man, Lab Box. He's based out of here in Houston, but he has a lot of credibility,
Okay.
from Rihanna to 50 Cent, and everybody in between. Gary Clark, so Grammy nominated as well. So he produced the record. We sat there and produced it, and he also co-wrote it with me. I wrote it as well. It's definitely giving some feel good energy for to the woman of just saying of, hey, I'm on my way to you. You know what I'm saying? And just pretty much everything that you have explained to her or she has explained to you to get you ready to go ahead and go pick her up and y'all go out for the night. I'm on my way to you. And this is everything I want to do from X, Y, and Z. But it's an up tempo record. You know what I'm saying? It's up tempo record, so it's pretty much a feel good record and make people just, want to kind of like groove and say and shake their head and stuff. But it's a catchy hook, and I'm
Yeah.
also dropping a video with it, as official music video with it as well on the day of, which is January 24th. So, and the video is real fire. It haven't came out yet, but I'm premiering it. If I can describe the video, it's more just like how the song describes, but I'm on my way to this female house because she told me, what I'm saying, hey, come pick me up. Let's go out for the night. I told her, hey, let's do this, do that, XYZ, just get dressed. And on my way to her, after me getting dressed, her getting dressed, I'm running into all kind of situations and problems and now it feels as if she think I'm stalling her. So, the train is stopping me, so I done got pulled over by the police. You know what I'm saying? I have a flat tire, all kind of different negative things that's just stopping me to get into it. And she really think that I'm playing, what I'm saying, that I'm pretty much standing her up or something like that. So it's a cool vibe, man. I'm ready for everybody to see it. So it's called On My Way. So we just have to see did I make it in time.
I think that's cool, man. Like I miss the days of like the elaborate videos, like where obviously it really tells a story, and you could tell that a lot was put into like the
Yeah,
video treatment. Like how do you feel about doing videos? I guess kind of in current times where a lot of people aren't necessarily doing the videos and stuff anymore. Or
man. There's
do you feel like
no,
that's going
that's
away? Or
No, it's I think it's still needed, but I think, to a certain extent of just depending on what the record is. If
yeah,
the company if the fans are asking for it. So, as I get ready to launch this to release this album, I'm glad you said that because now I'm going to go just more into the video reels of just getting people 30 seconds to a minute of just possibly each song,
yeah,
and it's more cheaper. What I'm saying, for the independent artists. It's less time consuming for the artists and everything like that. So all that's a little bit more of convenience, to get to get it right to the consumer. Like, hey, this is the new song. You can hear it. You don't have to spend a lot of time. Boom. As soon as you finish scrolling, it's already there. I don't have to tell you to go here and go there to
yeah,
check it out. As
yeah.
soon as you open your phone, you can scroll. It should be getting ready to pop up. You know what I mean? Unless you promote it. So, but how I feel about it, I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I think it's cool. But just for convenience for everybody.
Yeah, I think it's definitely still dope. As with anything, you have to be able to tie it into like current times and that sort of thing. So I think it's dope that like you're tying it into people in their phones and that sort of thing, because realistically that's what I'm doing in terms of content that we put out, and being digital and that sort of thing. I left this comment up on the screen. One of the viewers down here, Cat Queen, she said I can relate to that woman because if you took too long to come over, I'd be like, never
Yeah, see that's the thing, man. Like if you really, if you telling a lady that, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And after so long, man, you don't answer you're not answering the phone because the laws don't pick, you know what I'm saying, and got you out the car or something like that.
Right.
uh, she gonna start thinking that you playing. She gonna think that you know what I'm saying, you got another female. And so she gonna either land down or she gonna go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And so in the video, I'm innocently trying to get to her. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to get to her. I'm on my way. But from she thinking otherwise. So she's like, this guy just full of crap.
Now, I think it's dope, man. It's good to, like I said, it's good to be able to kind of see that again, because like the videos, like that was a huge thing, obviously back in the day. I
Absolutely.
think it's kind of slipped off in a lot of ways with a lot of people, but to me, it's really just about doing it in a creative way, and
Yeah,
get that content out there. And it definitely
absolutely.
helps, to be able to give people that visual of the music. So now I think that's dope. Um,
It's
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, just real quick. I mean, it still helps for the artist. It still helps for the consumer. That's like the now it's like more of the icing on the cake,
Yeah,
because everything else, if you got if you got something quick on TikTok, Instagram, you got it on the radio already, and they're, oh, okay, man, you got a whole video to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, he's serious about it. So that's more like the icing on the cake. But a lot of people don't look at TV or BET anymore like they used
yeah,
to. So it's
yeah.
not only just the artist's fault. I think it's still the consumer fault. Like, we just don't look at BET no more as we used to. Everything is, we look at our phones more than anything.
Absolutely.
So, um, but because BET is still shooting videos, they still dropping them, but it's just so more. It's just still expensive too. So, but go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah, we can. I'll get off that.
Oh, no. Listen, Cat Queen, she's got these comments. She said, oh yeah, okay, yeah. She said, I love videos with a good concept.
Hey,
No,
so this is gonna have a concept. Just stay tuned with me. January 24th is gonna drop. I would love for you to watch it and make sure and let me know how you feel about it, comment or whatever. January 24th.
okay, okay.
My bad.
So video drops January 24th. Does this correlate to a full length project, or what do you have in the works as far as a full album?
Full length project, man. So I have a full project getting ready to drop. We're looking at March 14th
Okay,
for the album to drop. First single, first major single that's gonna be on here. I got two other ones as well coming
okay.
up. But yeah, it's titled, it's gonna be titled The Gentleman, March 14th, man. So if y'all checking out, man, y'all tap in, follow me, definitely subscribe to my channel, Denaron Music, um, Instagram and everything. And that way you can stay tuned and you can keep up with it. So when I drop, y'all already know.
You taking it back to the day, man, where they playing the album out. They got the singles lined up already. We know what dates they coming.
Exactly.
Get
Yeah, man.
some dates.
Pre-saving it, man. You know what I'm saying? Got to, man. I wanna just I still want to keep that R&B feel for people. I know everything is on their phone and stuff like that, but I want to still keep the R&B feel
Yeah,
there for to those that's thinking that it's not alive anymore. And like it is. Like, we still doing it, but you have to participate as well as much as we do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I miss the days of like artist development and like where somebody was
Mhm.
really taking the time and like putting it in to develop the artist and had everything lined up. And I,
Yeah. It's
I miss those days, man. So like listening to you and just kind of how you have things planned out, like it kind of takes me back to like that time. Like this is really really dope, man. I'm excited.
Man, thank you, thank you. I mean, people are lazy these days. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
phones have made us lazy, and a lot of convenience have made us lazy. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So our time span, doesn't last as long. But trying to take it back to, like you were saying, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna run myself in the ground trying to get it back to where it belongs. Like, that's not gonna happen too much, because you gotta still move for the future as well.
yeah,
But if anybody that knows about R&B and still love to keep up, I would. The only thing you can do is just ask them, say, hey, you know, uh, keep up with me. You know what I'm saying, and share, follow, let somebody else know. You know what I'm saying, so that way it can kind of still keep its growth there a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Like who were the inspirations like coming up, as you were growing up and listening to music and getting into, building your own, style?
Man, so many. You know what I'm saying? Music Soul Child for one. Joe as well.
Yeah,
Um, when I was coming up, when I first started singing, at the time that we didn't know anything about it, R. Kelly was, a big inspiration um, to me. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to songwriting, when it
yeah,
comes to just singing. So, like I said, at that particular time when we didn't know anything about, stuff like that,
yeah,
um, that's when, or we didn't believe it. That's when, what I'm saying, he was inspiring me. But just even him and Tyrese, what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
but yeah, so all those, what I'm saying, those powerhouse voices like that, man, it was definitely inspiration. If I can go old school though with you, I would say my dad always try to, keep the Isley Brothers and Sam
Okay,
Cooke
okay,
around. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay,
He's trying to keep
okay,
that.
okay, okay.
Definitely Sam Cooke and the Temptations, man. So
Yeah,
I,
you ain't gotta be trying to tell everybody how old I am out here, man. Like that.
man, my dad used to have these old records, man. He used to play them called 45s or something like that.
Oh, did,
And I
did,
used
did,
to
did
play
he
'em.
go there? You said he had these records. They call them 45s or something. Don't do that,
Yeah, it
man.
was something like that, 45, 48 or something like that, man. So, he
Don't do
used to
that,
play
man.
those.
That's wrong. We started off real good, man. Don't do
I didn't mean to expose you like that, man. My bad.
that. Now you know what, man. Like that was really a time, and I don't want to get it twisted. I'm on. Well, I was gonna say only. You like only? I'm only 47.
Oh,
I
okay,
want
yeah,
to.
yeah,
I want to
yeah,
get it twisted like I'm like 80 or nothing like that. But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like when I was growing up, that kind of was the thing, like the 45s, the 33s, and
Man,
the albums and all that stuff. And obviously they still make albums for DJs and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
that was that was the thing. They had really just come off of 8 tracks. Like I think my mom still had an 8 track player, or and all that stuff. So and those was like, if you think of like the the Nintendo cartridges, it was like cartridges that you
yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
that was the music and all that stuff. But no,
Yeah,
it's
I
cool.
seen him. I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, music has definitely come a long way. But when you say old school, definitely the Isley Brothers. But I'm like, what you know about the Whispers and like all that kind of stuff.
Oh man, yeah, yeah, the big mustache dudes.
Let me quit before you mess yourself up with some of these artists out here, man. Now I think it's really really dope. Just listening to your music, I can hear influence like from other artists and whatnot. Obviously, you're an artist of your own. You have your own style. You don't sound like nobody or nothing like that. But you
Thank
could
you.
definitely hear like the influence and kind of where your music comes from. So no, I
Thank
think
you.
that's definitely dope. I love the fact that you mentioned R. Kelly. Like all of the stuff that's going on with R. Kelly, obviously nobody condones anything or nothing like that, but you cannot you cannot negate the fact that this man was a musical genius, and there's so
Right.
many people who have been inspired by R. Kelly, and so many people. Realistically, if you listen to a lot of the music that's still spinning today, he's had something to do with a lot of that music and
Comes
whatnot.
from him. Yeah, it comes from him.
Yeah,
Like yeah, you just you can't negate, you know what I'm saying? You can't neglect that,
yeah.
unfortunately. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
people like the reality is nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. People do wrong shit and stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
that. But he's definitely had a hand in a lot of careers and a lot of people who are out here. And is a lot of people have just you can't just cancel somebody completely for with the
Right.
things that they have done positively and things that have really helped other people and whatnot. So I just love the fact that you speak on it, because a lot of artists, like, they kind of get out of even saying anything or even speaking
Trying to
on it.
maybe scared of saying it or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. It's
So
just so
no,
much of an
and
unfortunate
that's just
case.
giving credit where credit is due. Like I
Yeah.
think that's definitely dope.
Absolutely. Like I can't deny that like he had people from nationwide, man, and international, bobbing
Yeah.
their heads to Ignition and everything else in between.
And the
You
reality
know,
is
it's
the music is still selling. Like, I mean,
still
you know,
selling.
people will tell
It's
you one
still
thing, but
selling.
it's still selling.
Ig-
Because
Ignition
the
is
music
still
is
being
good.
played on karaoke's. Like he's
Yeah.
still getting publishing and stuff like that. It's just so much, just so
Right.
unfortunate, man, that he had the world in his hands, man. Like
Right. Absolutely.
that happened.
No, absolutely. But okay, so album is coming. I love when I get dates, man, and I can actually start looking out for stuff. Shout
Yeah.
out again to Ron Ledford. He said that he just followed on Facebook and he can't wait for the new project to come.
Thank you guys, man. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Ron. Thank you.
And,
Appreciate it, man. March
Kat in
14th, man. Get ready.
the chat, she listen, she been chatting it up today. Um,
That cat.
you
Okay.
know,
That's
we
a nice cat.
definitely um, I'm grateful to Tangi, and because you weren't you on the urban influencer call last week?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I
good.
was in there.
Because
Yeah. I peeked in
I
there
was on
real
the
quick.
call and I was and I'm like, oh, hold up, like, is his information in the chat? Because I want to get him on the show. But
Yeah. I didn't know you was on there. I didn't know you was
yeah,
on
I
there.
was
You
on
could have.
there.
Yeah. Dang. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was on there, but no, I appreciate it. I love those calls, man, because it hits me to so many different artists. And with this brand that I have, I mean, I've been in media since 2001. But with
Okay.
this brand, I launched UG Digital in 2014. So we're just hitting year 11. But we started as a magazine and we've kind of ascended to having the podcast network and then having internet radio station too. So like these calls are essential because I'm learning about new artists. I can get their music on the station, which your music is being added to the station. So that'll be a dope thing because now that'll be spinning in rotation with us. But it's really, really cool. And how else would I have found out about your music with you being where you are and me being in Cleveland and whatnot? So it's
Man,
really, really dope. And you definitely spoke really good on the influencer call. And just
appreciate
let
it, man.
me know your background and that sort of thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
When
It's
you look
it,
at oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm good.
No, I was just gonna say when you look at kind of your trajectory, how things have gone, like what are your goals as an artist?
Man, several goals I have, man, but one in particular, I definitely want to, as a short-term goal, I want to go ahead and do a mini tour behind this album. Maybe from a 6 to 8 city tour, real quick.
Yeah,
Maybe like in April or May, within that time frame. I want to say May, possibly when school is out,
yeah,
and just kind of hit the major cities, from LA, Chicago, Atlanta, of course, Houston and Miami or something like that. Um, and then that's one of the short term goals. So one of the main long term goals is big term goals. I want to say that I want to just do this full time. That way, I know I'm on the road all the time, all the time. So, and I can just travel, man. You know what I'm saying, and get over and be international with it. So that's one of the other goals that I want to do a tour in UK as well, man. Because it's so much love that's over there, especially with R&B music that they support. So, but I want to conquer my country first. You know what I'm saying? So this is where I want to be first and take care of everything over here and make sure I get a big name for myself over here first before I do go anywhere else. I just want to take care of home first. You know what I'm saying? And also, I would love to start giving back even more than I do,
yeah,
to my community,
yeah. And
especially like
that's
to
so like
yeah,
it's so important just to give back and to be able to help somebody else that's coming up behind you, and not even specifically just in music, but just people everywhere. Like it's so many people who are down and out and like dealing with so much different stuff. So it's cool that you speak on
yeah, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's um some things I see other people doing, but they don't, and there's certain things that they don't do, and I was like, well, I just have to do it myself. So
that.
those are the certain goals that I have to sit to the side and say, hey, this is something that I do want to do, especially giving back to the black and brown community, because we definitely need so much help. So it's only right that I'm asking people to follow, share, support me in a certain way where after so long, I know I need to give that support back.
Yeah. No, I think that's dope. We came into the conversation really just talking about um, manifesting.
Mm.
Um, what do you feel like you manifested, for this year? Like what is it that you're looking to, accomplish within this year?
For 2025.
Yes.
Yeah, so definitely that short that's that mini tour.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
mini tour. And if I even if I can get to Cleveland too or
I
Cincinnati,
was gonna say, man,
you
like
know
if
what I'm saying?
logistically it might not really make a whole lot of sense right now, but I mean that don't mean we don't still want you to come to Cleveland. Like
Man, Cleveland has so many major cities like Toledo, Cincinnati, Cleveland,
yeah.
Columbus. Goodness
I don't even
gracious,
care about
man.
I don't even care about Cincinnati and Toledo. No, I ain't gonna do that.
But I
But
mean,
no,
you know what I'm saying? I
it
thought
would
about
be
I was like,
cool,
man, they
man.
got a lot of cities up there, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But,
Um,
one of the things that I feel like I really want to do, and I usually don't talk about. I have so many thoughts and stuff, conjuring up in my head at any given moment. So I usually don't put a lot of stuff out there in the open until I
yeah.
actually get something launched. But I do want to put together something. Like I'm so on the virtual kick and the digital side. And I mean that's why I launched this company, the way that I did in 2014, because like even then I saw and I knew that like people are on their phones. Like they're on their phones. So when we started the magazine, like we didn't even. I think I did print copies for maybe the first 3 to 6 months, and then I just pushed everything digital because I was just like
Yeah.
everybody on their phones. Like
Everybody on the
don't
phones.
yeah, and it's worked so well. I want to put together, and I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of it and kind of the technical side of it, which I usually figure it out. But I want to put together some type of a sound stage or something where I can have artists like yourself, set up and we go virtual and you kind of do like an impromptu 3 song set or 4 song set or something like
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Um,
that'd be
and
dope.
it
That'd
just
be
be like
dope.
a virtual thing where people could come in and maybe pay something, and then proceeds from that can maybe go to the artist, to kind of give them something for doing it, or so I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just thinking of some things, but I think it would be really really cool. Listen, I feel like I'm putting together the connections because Ron put a comment in here. Actually, it's still up on the screen. He said I can hear him working with Marcus, the Heat Miser Divine. Marcus, he's been on the platform before, and then who pops into the comments? Marcus. So
I know
I
Mark. I know
feel like
Mark.
I feel like I'm facilitating these connections. Listen, Marcus, thank you for tuning in. Ron, thank you so much. I know I said thank you probably 50 times on this stream already, but I appreciate you so much. Cat Queen, everybody that's in here. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel, to the network. A lot more stuff is coming up. Shows going on today, more shows tomorrow, some stuff going on next week. Transcendent Culture is back next Wednesday. Um, so I wanted to throw that plug in there really quick. But
Yeah, Ron is right, man. Me and Marcus should be working to do something, man. Mark,
I
what's up,
feel like
man?
something is gonna
Yeah,
come together. I feel like something
that's
is
the
gonna come
homie.
together.
That's the homie. I need to get some glasses from him. I got to get some music from him. Yeah, man, that's the homie, man. We was on couple of shows together. We was
Yeah,
on a couple of shows together in Kentucky and somewhere else I forgot. But he know it's Kentucky, and I want to say it's
yeah,
matter of fact, I think it was man, oh, it was in Nashville, right outside of Nashville, and the other one was right out in Kentucky somewhere. But yeah, that's the homie though.
yeah. But you know what? I think it really speaks like all of this in the comments that we see popping up in here and that sort of thing. It really speaks to being in a good circle, having the right
Hmm.
people in your space, because all of you are to me majorly successful and doing it the right way, and you treat people good, like you treat people right. And I feel like the blessings are really coming to you guys. This
Yeah,
this song I like this is really dope, man. Um, I,
thank
I
you.
I played it enough, for the day that everybody is like, "What are you listening to?" Like
Oh,
I,
you been spinning it already?
listen, I was playing it on my phone when we came on, so I'm like,
Word.
I think it's really dope, man. I love music though. like I have really come up around music, and like when I say like, when you talk about passion and stuff that you want to do, like this is all that I want to do. This,
Man,
this is it. This is all that I wanted to do. And I think in a lot of ways, like growing up and being a teenager, I was kind of like, what do I want to do? And like the one job title that stuck out to me when I was in high school was being an A&R. So I mean, I knew I wanted to work in the industry, but just kind of like, what did I want to do? I never saw myself like obviously being on camera, being on screen, and that sort of thing. But I think that was just kind of the introverted side of me, and being shy and all of that kind of stuff. But once I actually got out in the public and started doing it, then it was like, okay, I kind of want to do this. But no,
that was
it's
see,
huh?
that was just like me in high school, man. The same exact way. I knew I wanted to be a singer, and a songwriter, but I didn't feel right in front of the cameras. I was
Yeah,
still shy. I didn't feel
I
right
never did.
in front of a big crowd and stuff like
Yeah,
that. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So,
I still
I,
struggle with it. Like I
yeah,
don't want to get it twisted. I still struggle with it,
you still,
but
oh, you sure? I love it now. I love it now.
oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it, but I still be nervous and all that
yeah.
kind of stuff. And you'll never catch me on Facebook Live and all that kind of stuff because I
Really?
still be nervous. It's crazy, man, but it's
Yeah,
cool. It's cool to be in a place of just doing what you love and following your passion, even if you are nervous about some stuff or whatever. Just doing it and just tackling
yeah,
it. And I see what you're doing with your music. Like music, just in general, to me, has gone down.
mm,
Just in terms of what we're getting and the personalities and that sort of thing. So you're
yeah,
starting to see a lot more people coming into the business now and into music who really have that love for it, and they're actually putting in the work in a space where a lot of people have felt that they don't necessarily have to do as much,
yeah,
to get out there. Like you're bringing back a lot of the essence of like the old school of music
yeah,
and getting into the industry. And like I said, like even artist development and like you coming in and knowing, okay, my single drops on this day, the album is going to drop on this day. This is what we're doing. We got this video going. This is what the treatment looks like. This is how it's going. Like, who does
yeah.
that anymore? So, like, I think that that's
Absolutely.
really dope, and I think you're setting a precedent for other artists to come and people who are watching this interview. Like, I think it's cool. I think it's really dope, and like, you can't do nothing but respect it. Um, because a lot of us who have been in this business and been working like on the side that I'm working on, like they miss that. Like
Yeah.
they really miss it, and they've been looking for people to come back. And you even spoke to some of the people of, I won't say my time, but I know of them. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
I,
but
I
it's
mean, I
cool
learned that.
though. A lot of those artists really like, keeping it all the way real. Those artists they're still here and they have stood the test of time. And like if I hear
Mhm.
any more commercials about Heat Wave or any of the emotions and all these other people
Oh man.
that's touring and doing all this, it's like in one respect you'd be like, damn, are they all still alive? But like these cats is out here, they still touring, they still doing it, and that longevity speaks to doing the things that you are doing, like
And
coming into.
see, it's a lot of the old school artists. I believe that they lasted longer than
Yeah,
than a lot of '90s
absolutely,
and 2000s.
absolutely.
They didn't last as long because of artist development, because of you know, just saying for instance, knowing how to respond in interviews. You got to know how to do that.
Yeah,
Just artist development when it comes to responding to different fans,
yeah,
and showmanship and sportsmanship on the stages, performances wise. So it was more performances when back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That's where artist development really helped out as well. Now you just get on stage and you just sing. You know what I'm saying? And want everybody else in the crowd to participate. You know what I'm saying? So this is totally different these days, unfortunately. Um, but I do want to say this, man, that I greatly appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, and even all the different radio, you know what I'm saying, and blog sites, man. I greatly appreciate all the independent sites because we need you guys. Just as
yeah.
much as y'all probably think that y'all need us, but it's very appreciative that what you're doing and what you guys are doing, and anybody else on the platform that you are doing that's doing it. Artists need you guys, man, and you know it's definitely
Yeah.
helpful. You know what I'm saying? So
And,
it's
and
much
that's what,
love, and I believe huh?
no, I was just gonna say, like, I truly appreciate that. I hold the same sentiments towards you and so many other artists. I was just talking to Beth, in the last interview, just about, this being the season of manifestation. Like for me, for my brand and everything that I'm doing out here. And like I'm literally like I've compiled emails and letters and all this kind of stuff to send out to publicists and firms and all of this kind of stuff just to get on the radar, to say
Hmm.
we're here, like
Yeah,
we want to push your artists, this is what we're about. Like, ain't no craziness going on here. Like, I
yeah,
ain't taking your words and turning it into a different kind of a story or nothing like that. Like, I'm trying to create that safe space where artists will come in and they want to have a conversation, and it not just be because I got to do it because it's press and we got to do press. Like, we're trying to
yeah.
build the relationships with people.
Right.
Like,
Or
just
just because, or even just because of clicks, you want to do something because of clicks. Yeah,
yeah, like we ain't doing. I'm not doing it for the clicks. I probably should be, but I'm not doing it for the clicks. Like I really like. I want to build these relationships and make it like a family where that okay, if I'm putting something out, I could go to UG Digital and they're gonna get me up there and they're gonna put me out there and it ain't gonna be no red tape and nothing like
right.
this is all passion. So this is what I want to do. So
See,
it's not going to help me to do what I want to do if I'm pushing people off and saying, "Well, I don't want to have you on because you're not selling enough or you're not doing it." Like I want you to be on the platform. And
yeah,
with us having a network, like it's more than one platform. So I got the entertainment plug, I got transcendent culture, we got Cat Got Your Tongue, Cat Queen. She's actually been here in the comments. And like even amongst ourselves, we're making it like a family. So like we're all on supporting each other's podcasts and each other's shows and getting comments, and we're bringing people in to watch and learn. So like people are definitely seeing you, man, and it's organic. So
and
I
all that
appreciate
is,
you just as much because if I don't have your support, what am I here
yeah,
for? Like I'm gonna
right,
be on
right.
the screen by myself. So like I need you.
That's
So
what I'm saying. Like all that's appreciative, man. That's all that's appreciative. You know what I'm saying? From
yeah,
all that you're saying, like it's necessary for the artist. You know what I'm saying? We need that. We need that. You know what I'm saying? So I greatly appreciate you from the bottom. Like even for other artists that you're helping, man. I appreciate you even helping them, even if it wasn't just for me. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Like we see that. You know what I'm saying? So it's necessary, man. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
and I think everybody that's listening and tuning in, like you
Yeah,
guys can be doing anything about, you know what I'm saying, about your day right now, but y'all tapped in with us. So that's very appreciative and it's supportive. That's already a support right there. So man, thank you. And I know Beth, man. Me and Beth did a song. Me and Beth did a show
yeah,
together. That's the homie too, man. So we've been keeping
yeah.
up with each other. We probably gonna end up running back into each other as well.
I'm sure y'all will. I think it's dope, man. I honestly think it's dope. You don't really see a whole lot of this. Like I even spoke, with her just about like your entire team is in the comments, and they're like they shoot it like it's so dope. Man. Like
Yeah,
it's dope to be a part of a team that really really supports you and that loves
yeah.
what you're doing, and they're with you because they love your product and they really love what it is that you're doing. They love
Man,
you.
big shout out to Tangy. Tangy, shout out to.
Man, listen, when I tell you, I ain't going nowhere without Tangy ever. Like Tangy is the one.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, she gets
when
it
it
done.
comes to publicity, listen, Tangy is the one. Honestly, that's it. Like I'm trying to get her to get me on the Breakfast Club if she's still on here or if she watching. Like like if she could get me on the Breakfast Club or something. But no, Tangy's really really dope. I appreciate
Yes,
her
she
and
is.
like immediately I'm like, when I was on the urban influencer call, I'm like, is this information in the comments? And she sent me a message like, I got you. I'm like, cool. So no, I
Yeah.
appreciate you taking the time, man. let everybody know where they can follow you. How can they get you? Are you on? I know you're on Facebook because Ron followed you on there. Are you on Instagram and X too, or?
Yeah, so I'm on everything. So check it out. Twitter and Instagram and my YouTube is Denaron Music. So my first name that you see and just add music behind it, MUSIC.
And
On
I think I
Facebook,
added you
it's
on
just my name.
Instagram when I posted and I think I tagged you and everything. So
Okay, got you. I'll check that out. It's I definitely check that out. And on Facebook, it's just my first name,
okay,
Denaron. Can you see that back there? I think
I can. I can.
it's probably backwards on y'all screen, but maybe
No,
I don't
no,
know.
it's
But
actually no, it's right.
it's right. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's Denaron. You know what I'm saying? That's how you spell it. And definitely subscribe to YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. What else, man? If you want to subscribe to my monthly listeners on Spotify, you know what I'm saying? Listen to my Pandora channel on Denaron. You know what I'm saying? Like all that helps. All that helps. You know what I'm saying? So if you jogging or something, just throw the Pandora station on and put Denaron on. You know what I'm saying? Check me out. So
I think that's dope, man. And then
yeah,
we are adding you to UG Digital Radio, and viewers and listeners, they can get UG Digital Radio on Apple Music. We're on TuneIn also, and soon we'll be on Spotify as well. So they can pull it up on those platforms and definitely get your music on our station. Listen, I appreciate you so much, man. I definitely want to have you back on, not just this platform, but if we could get you somewhere else or whatever, we definitely want to have you on and consistently keep you coming on, man. Like you can't get away from us. You family now, period.
thank
In
you,
the
man.
story.
Thank you.
Like you can't go nowhere, man. So
Thank you, man. Well, keep up with me, man. Just let me know. You can always just hit me up and just let me know whatever you, what I'm saying, what you need from me or what you're trying to do.
absolutely,
If I want to be a part
absolutely,
of it, if you want me to be a part of it, let's just try to make it happen. Y'all keep up
absolutely.
with me because I may have movies coming too. I may be in some movies, you know what I'm saying,
Okay, okay,
Prime and Tubi as well. And
okay.
it's movies on Tubi, not Tubi movies,
Listen,
y'all.
Tubi is like, are they not taking over?
They taking over, man. The streams is
They
taking
are
over, you know what
taking
I'm
over,
saying? So yeah, you
man.
can't knock it.
I'm not even gonna front. I used to talk so bad about Tubi, like man, because
Nah,
listen, I'm gonna
it's
keep it all the way gangster with you, man. I watched this movie. I only saw a clip of it. When I tell you the lady was dead, sitting up against the tree, and the man was crying in front of her, and she moved her. I was like, oh shit, she's supposed to.
I
They
just
had
don't get I don't get how the editors don't see all these differences, man. You like how did you not see this? It's not even, I don't blame the characters, man. I blame the editors, man. Like, come on.
I don't know, but listen, when she moved her head, I was like, oh man, it's over with. I can't do it no more.
Here we go. I
But
remember
they
now.
do
I
have
remember
some.
what
They have some really they actually still yet and still they have some really good movies on there.
they do.
What's his name?
They do.
Trey from I don't know why I can't think of his last name, but he was on Saints and Sinners, and he's been in a lot of other stuff too. But he's got a lot of movies on Tubi, a lot of really good movies, and there's a lot of other people too who have some really
Okay.
good movies on there.
Yeah,
And
they do.
then some of the national movies and stuff are popping up on Tubi now. So
Yeah, they
yeah,
are. They coming around to Tubi, man. It's getting up there.
yeah,
So
no, that's dope. Well, it'll be
yeah,
cool to
man.
see you in some movies, man. I'm definitely looking forward to the music. Singles January 24th. I know the album's coming in March. And listen, I'm doing good at these plugs, man. Uh
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You
any
got it, man.
any final words or comments that you want to get out there before I let you go?
Man, peace and love to everybody. Y'all be sure to follow me. Y'all be sure to keep up with me. And don't give them too much and don't cut them short neither. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's
Somewhere in the
it.
middle, man.
Yeah, balance.
All right, man. Listen, you enjoy your day. Good luck, Godspeed, and we definitely will have you back on. I know Tangi will keep me in the circle and in the loop, and
Oh yeah.
that like Tangi be working, man. Like
Yeah.
sometimes she be like, "Hey, did you get him on the show?" You're like, Tangi, we just had him on last week. What you said?
Yeah, she a beast. She's a beast.
So no, it's cool. But I appreciate you so much, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, man. Peace and love, bro.
Absolutely. Have a good day, man.
You too. Take care.
Yep. All right, y'all. So listen, I appreciate. Why do I start everything with listen? But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning into the podcast today. Make sure that you guys download UG Digital Radio. We are on Apple Music and we are on TuneIn. You can download the TuneIn app or you can go to tunein.com. You can also listen to us directly on our website at ugdigital.com. And of course, the videos and all of this stuff, the podcasts are at UG Digital, or I'm sorry, UGD podcasting and radio.info. So you guys can pull us up. Please, please, please make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, share. Tell your friends. We're trying to get those numbers up. And we're doing it the organic way. So, we are, just doing what we do. But we appreciate you guys. Once again, shout out to Denaron. Shout out to Beth, who has been on our platform so many times. Ron, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so much more stuff coming. Open Letters to a Survivor. You guys know that platform, which is centered around mental health and, just some of the things that so many people are going through. Open Letters to a Survivor is on each and every Sunday. They are back tomorrow for their first show of 2025. That is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that you guys are there for that. I'm usually engineering the show, so I'll be on with the ladies. But amazing show. They just hit their 50th episode last Sunday. So they are excited. They are moving into the new year with some positive things and a lot going on with them. And then Transcending the Culture returns on Wednesday, January 8th. And our special guest is going to be Artinka Tierra. So you guys probably have heard her spinning on UG Digital Radio already. Make sure that you guys follow her. But her music is playing there. So you guys can download the station again on Apple Music and TuneIn and check that out. So I will be back with you guys actually for Open Letters to a Survivor tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love the fact that we had a whole 2-hour show today and I was on time. Listen, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So I appreciate you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Happy New Year. If I have not told you that already, I am James, J-Rock. Most people know me as here on the Entertainment Plug. And let's see, I don't think I have anything else for you guys. I'm going to just say you guys have an amazing day. And listen, y'all know y'all can get me on social media and on Instagram all day long. So I'm sure I'll talk to some of y'all today. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, like truthfully, for being here and for supporting. So thank you so much.